Hello, happy Sunday. I'm Ellie Miriam and I'm the Closet Quilter. Welcome to my studio. Welcome to my closet. So today I got a lot of questions recently about my setup. So I want to go over this with you since my setup will be changing sometime in the near future, like 3 months, two months probably. I'll be getting the Q15 Pro, which I'm really excited. Totally excited. But this is my setup right now. It's the domestic machine. It's the PQ1500S, which is the same machine as the SL. So for all you SL people, this is right up your alley. Okay, so I have my machine on the Cutie frame. When you get the Cutie frame first, it comes with handles that are underneath, which is great. It works wonderful. I wanted to float my quilt on it, on the Cutie frame. It just seemed a lot easier for me. So I never use these, I don't use these anymore. I ended up getting the aftermarket top carriage with over-the-top handles for the Cutie frame. And I think it was around $200 at the time. So I don't know how much they are now, but it works great. And then I got the bungee side clips, side clamps by Grace Company. They're wonderful. They come with a really long bungee cord and a clamp. You get 4 of these. Yeah, 4. You get 2 and 2. So it clamps the whole side of your work to keep it taut for tension. It's wonderful. It works great. Bonnie at Cutie Quilters has a great video on how to install these. It's not complicated, but it's a little, and I don't want to spend the time to explain it, but her video explains it really nicely. So be sure and watch that video. You will need your, when you get the Cutie, you get 3 smoothie back clamps, right? Let me show you. Okay, you get 3 of these smoothies, I call them smoothies, back clamps. They go on the back. You get 2 of these. 2 of these rigidity clips for the front. Now I took red tape and I wrote right, an R on one and left, and you'll notice there's a piece of tape right here. That's where, that's my edge marking. That's as far as I can go. So when I have this on, I know when I see that red mark and I approach that red mark, I know beep. It's like having that beeper they have on the new machine. It's like having that, only it doesn't cost as much. So I just beep, 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 beep. There you go, the edge. And I have the same thing with an L over here. And I also put a piece of tape on my front bar. So this is really as much sewing as I have. This area right here. Let me back this up so you can see, whoop, so you can see what I'm talking about. This red mark to this red mark. That's as much sewing area as I have. Okay, so that is, it's gonna come over here anyway. Anyway, okay, so hope that makes sense. Now, what else do I have? I have channel locks for straight line quilting. I'm trying to figure out how to use them for, I'm doing crosshatch on my borders, and I've tried to manipulate my quilt so that each line that I'm doing, the lines that I'm doing are across or horizontal so that I don't have to stop and start. The other thing I have is a speed controller. For my machine, it's wonderful. I use this instead of the foot pedal, and a stitch regulator. Oh, I was gonna buy one because they were on sale. But then my husband said, nope, you're gonna get your 15R Pro. So this is a great tool for those of us that can't afford a 15R Pro or a stitch regulator. They are on sale now, much less expensive, but again, if you can't, this is really affordable. I think I paid $99 for mine, and it works great. And if you need help figuring out how to use it, I use the pulse button, because the pulse button is like a toggle switch. When you press down, it's on. When you lift up, it's off. Well, if I just turned on the on switch, I would get little nests where I stopped and start, because it takes a couple seconds to get there. So this is much more practical for me. And I found out that I could regulate my stitches because I figured it out. It's just a feel thing. Another thing I have, one of the most important things I have, because I love doing ruler work, is the So Steady domestic ruler base. It is custom made to your machine. It fits right on the trolley. You just stick it, and butts up against your machine, and it works. It gives you extra space to be stable when you're working with your rulers. Find some rulers here. There. Okay, here's my 4-in-1 ruler. Oh, a word about rulers. For domestic users, when you're buying rulers, always be aware if it's too big, because a lot of rulers are for long armors and they're big. This is the 4-in-1 mini ruler from Natalie Bonner of Peace and Quilt. She was nice enough to make a mini for domestic machine users. It's a really cool ruler, and it has a pop socket on it. That's what they call this little handle. It's called a pop socket. Get those for all your rulers, and it'll make your life easier. You can just hold on to it while you're quilting. Like, I'm left-handed, right? So I just go, hold on to it, move it around, whatever. Anyway, that's one of the things I have. And then, oh, you probably noticed these little magnets. These are magnets, hooks. I got these online. They're really cool. And I have one in front, and it holds my scissors. So I just hold it there. And then when I need to snip, I just grab it and do whatever I need to do. Put it right back. How organized is that? Oh, speaking of organization, you want to make sure to always have a clean, soft cloth handy. I'm using wool batting right now, and it just makes so much dust and so much like fluff everywhere. I've cleaned my machine at least 4 times since I started this quilt. It's just, you know, a lot. It's way more than 4. Every time I change the bobbin, I end up cleaning it out because it's pretty bad. So I wipe down my tracks. I wipe down the area. I try to keep dust away. I wipe everywhere. Just aside from my own allergies, I just can't stand dust. So that's an important thing to have. Another thing is the Clover water erasable fine marker. Never leave home without it. Always a good thing to have. Another fun thing are these self-threading needles. If you are one of those people that enjoys burying your threads, you must get the side threading needles. Very important to have. It's the only way I know how to bury threads. There are lots of videos. I think Leah Day does a great job of showing you how to bury your threads. My question is, it's been a long time since I've done it. When I bury my threads, does that also get rid of the back underneath? Does that get rid of that also? I think it does if you bring it up and you've got both those threads. I think so. I can't be sure, but it's worth a shot. I hope that helps. What else? Oh, of course, I have a laser on the back. And what's that for? Panto fever. Pantographs. Yes, I love pantographs. I haven't done it in a while and I'm looking forward to doing it. And certainly when I get my 15R Pro, I can't wait. I have to think about all the things I have to get with the 15R Pro. Anyway, my setup here is pretty much complete. This is, like I said, did I mention this is an aftermarket top carriage? Real handy. That's something handy to get if you want to make your life a little easier. You don't ever have to use these hooks again then, if you don't want to. You know, you could just let the stuff fall and float about. Anyway, I hope this helps you, and I hope you have a great quilting day. Thanks for stopping by the Closet Quilter.